Are you looking for a faster video? Well, today it's a live stream and I know you're probably looking for a really nice and tidy edited down video, but I have ways for you to make it faster. You can click that little gear on the YouTube settings right there on the video and adjust the playback speed, make me sound like a chipmunk, and it'll go a lot faster. You can also look and see if there's timestamps for this project in the description, and if you're on a desktop, you can hover over the time bar at the bottom of the screen and see if it's chunked up into chapters, and then that way you can go directly to the step you're looking for. And lastly, you can also tap on the screen on the right hand side of the video picture or on the left hand side to make the video jump ahead, forward or backward if you're on a mobile device. And you can adjust that amount in your settings so you can have complete control over how much it jumps. So if you are on a desktop, you can use the fast forward or the rewind, and that will make it go faster as well. You can also enable subtitles, and the little CC on the screen will enable closed captioning. That way, if I am a little bit harder to understand with that double playback speed, the subtitles might help you out. All right, well, I know that it's not a nice little edited video, but if you sew with me, we'll get there together and it'll be lots of fun. And now for the live stream. Happy sewing! Hello! All right, let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. I had some audio issues this morning. I'm also hoping my microphone doesn't run out of battery because apparently it wasn't charging very well. So I was gonna switch to my Yeti, but for some reason it just won't pick it up. So the ongoing saga of a sewist being a streamer. Hi Dar, hi Barbara, hi Hannah, Emily, Maisie, welcome. Nice to see you guys. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I haven't seen you guys since Saturday. So look at this huge pile. Such a big pile. All right, so thank you, Dar. Hey, Nicole, how's it going? All right, so here's the deal. I think I'm not alone in having lots of garments in my closet that I just don't wear that often. Hi, Aisha, how's it going? And a lot of these are ones I've made. Some of them aren't. Hi, Caroline. Nice. Welcome. Maybe I should say hello for a bit before I do my little spiel. Hello, Elena. How's it going? Did you guys have a good weekend? I did. I had a good weekend. I hosted a neighbor meet and greet. And I was super nervous about doing that, but I live kind of in an area where I live really rurally, and also we do have a fire danger in our area. So I thought, I just don't know anybody really. I know a couple people, and I thought, you know what, maybe this would be a good chance to have the neighbors over just outside, you know, for like an hour and meet people and exchange info. Just, you know, like if someone, really for like lost pets or something like that, or maybe someone needs help, you know? And only 3 houses came, but then a 4th did call me. But still, they were really awesome, and it was really great to meet neighbors I hadn't met before, so I feel like that was a win. And it took me like weeks to get my nerve up to actually put the invitation in people's mailbox, so it was good though. Hi Allison, how's it going? We won't tell anyone. So if you're watching this as a recorded live stream, like you're not live with us right now, you can view the chat. Now in the first, like, it seems like first 12 hours of me being live, sometimes the chat isn't available, but usually you can hide the or show the chat replay, and then because sometimes I miss saying what someone asked me, and I'm juggling a lot right here, so I do my best to kind of try and repeat someone's question, but looking at the chat will help you. So just so you know what I'm talking about. Allison's watching while she works, but we won't tell anybody. All right, so I have this huge pile. It is really, really big. You can see in the face cam. And it could even be probably a little bigger. I do have a few other things I don't wear. In fact, I wore this dress today because I was like, you haven't worn this dress all summer. And I love these dresses. I have a few of them. But I honestly got discouraged to wear it because of the one you're going to see in my pile. I didn't want to know if it didn't fit me anymore. But it does. This is the weird thing. I don't know why this one doesn't fit me. Re-roofed. Oh, yeah, that is a loud thing. Hi, Malin. How's it going? All right, so I think, like I said, I am not alone in having things in my closet that I do not wear, right? And I admit that a lot of it's excess. Like, I live in a world of excess. Even though I am fairly minimal in a lot of ways, I still accrue clothes. And it's kind of a funny lifestyle for me. Like, I try and sew a lot of things that I don't have to keep. But you guys see, I keep a lot of the things I sew, so it does add up. I love sponsored streams where we get to send the project back to the person. That is really awesome because I don't need 50 new garments. And, you know, 2 of my streams this month aren't things I'm going to be wearing or keeping, which is great, right? 3 of them. So I'm only what I made last week. What did I make last week? Oh, the Peaks and Valley pants. Those I get to keep. But the next 3 streams, I get to keep my like mulch mats I'm making next week. But that's not clothes, so. Anyway, nice, Nicole. Yeah, join in with me. Good job. 3 is plenty. Yeah, right, Ray? I do think so too. I'm all keyed up right now. I need to calm down. Your next sewing ooh. You're packing up to move house. Oh, goodness. Yeah, those last few boxes are absolutely the worst. You know, like, you're getting close to the end, and then, I don't know why, but the last, like, 5, depending on how big your place is, the last, like, 5 to 10 boxes are the worst because they're random, or the things you're living out of, you know, like you're using on a day-to-day basis, and you can't really pack up, so then you're like, oh gosh, am I going to remember where I put my coffee maker? I need that right when I move in. So I have a lot of me-mades in my closet, and you're going to see some ready-to-wear items, meaning they're things I didn't make, things that I've held on to. I have a few things that I just love and I don't have replacements for. I have this one dress that was probably $10 at Old Navy a really long time ago because I bought a bunch of stuff there right after I had my kiddo when I didn't fit into my clothes. And I did the whole, like, I'm not going to spend a whole lot on clothes. And I'll just buy temporary things. And then, you know, things don't really go back to sometimes the way they were. So you end up keeping them. And some things I just really liked. And that smocked dress is one of them. You're making a fanny pack? This is something you'd never thought you'd use, right? Yeah, I don't think I'll ever use one either. But I will say, they look really fun to sew. And I've seen a few about, I wish I would get a sponsored project because I just want to sew it. The final pile of pokey things that don't fit anywhere. I don't know what that reference is, but I like that comment. So, I had this, like, last few months, I've been kind of like, you know what, you never wear this, you never wear this, let's pull it out, let's address it. And this is me. I shuttle things to my office. I think I'm going to fix it or refashion it or turn it into fabric, and then I don't, and then I'm like, you know what, it's not that bad, and then I shuttle it back to my house. I do this, like, all the time, you guys. I'm always shuttling. I always feel like a pack mule. I'm always shuttling stuff back and forth, right? This is it. I'm just like, you know what? No, you do not wear these things. Be honest with yourself. And today I'm going to go through, and I have a lot of things I want to do. Some of these things I don't get rid of because I want to remember the silhouette and make a pattern for it someday so I can make one myself because it's a ready-to-wear item. Some of these are ready-to-wear items or me-mades that I could probably donate, but I admit I don't really want to just donate a bunch of stuff that makes it a burden for someone else because it didn't really work out for me. I shouldn't expect it to work out for some unknown person, right? But some of the ready-to-wear things, I should just leave those probably. Other things I might part out, and by that I mean I might steal the underwire from a bra, or, you know, like the embroidery of a garment, the buttons, the zipper, and then make it into fabric that I can use, because I do use a lot of scrap fabric, a lot. Really, Allison? Oh, that's so funny. That's so weird. I put it together wrong. I put things together wrong, but it works out. So, oh, yeah, exactly right. Yeah, no, they don't go anywhere. Exactly. Other things I'm going to fix, like these, I just made these with you guys recently. These are the Helen's Closet Yanta overalls. I love these things, but I made mine in denim, and I feel out of principle I should not have to iron them, and I do because of this facing right here. You see it? See how this facing is folded up on itself? I'm going to stitch that down. Then I will not have to iron these, and I can just wear them because these are like my weekend things. I'm also going to tack down this little piece of ribbon trim that means nothing. It's just, but it curls and it drives me crazy, right? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to add pockets to this Rita shirt dress. I found a piece of scrap. So I'm going to do that. So things like that. And there's, what else am I going to do in here? Well, we'll see. It's a big pile. Let's get to it. So I know what I'm doing with these, right? I'm going to stitch down the facing. But not only am I going to decide today what I'm doing with these things, I'm going to act on it too. I'm going to get them ready to do that, and I'm going to try and finish by the end of the week. That is my goal. So hopefully this is interesting enough. You made a vest from some Essex linen that I really wanted to like and to fit. Right. Great. Right, Barbara? See, as a knitter, I'm sure there's a few knitters and crocheters and folks that use yarn in the chat. And I find that knitting is so forgiving that way. Yes, you may have spent 50 hours knitting that sweater, but you can always turn it back into yarn. It's so much more forgiving than sewing is, right? Oh, Emily, that's funny. Yeah, right, Malin, exactly. Right, Aisha, exactly. Yeah, so that's what we're doing today. So this right here, this is a Bowden dress. If any of my real life friends were in the chat, they'd be like, oh, I know this dress. I used to wear this dress all the time. I love it. It's no mystery that I really like high-waisted things, and I think that's just because of the way my body is shaped. I really don't like things that cling near my belly at all. It's one of my areas that I'm most self-conscious of, right? And I also find because I'm busty and I have a narrow like rib cage, that is like, I find things that are closer fitting are a little more flattering, and they don't make me look, you know, bigger than I am. Or maybe, yeah, I guess that's what it is. So this little Bowden dress, I used to love the Bowden brand. I love it. It is high-waisted, but it's really flattering. It just kind of falls straight down. I did copy this pattern, and I've made a couple. No, I made one, and I accidentally made it in fabric that I thought was pre-washed. It looked so cute when it was done, and then I washed it and it didn't fit, so I gave it to my mom, which it looked so cute on her. She lost it in the fire, so it doesn't exist at all anymore, and I don't think that this would fit me fit me the way I would really like it to fit. So this is a reminder that I really want to make this into a pattern, and then I can retire this. It is so old. It's stained. I still make it work, you know. I love the fabric. It's like this textured, you know, cotton, little micro holes. It's just awesome. I love it. So this is make into a pattern. I think I've been thinking about this one here. This little tank dress is really cute. I really love the little embroidery here. It's like a linen blend. Probably hits just below the knee, but it does not fit me right. It does that crazy thing at my mid-lower back that a lot of garments do on me in particular. I really wanted to cut this off and use it. Look at this. I even love like just this little detail. They hand sewed the binding here with this little running stitch. Very nice little detail. It's like something like that you want to put in a scrapbook and remember to try sometime. I honestly think the most responsible thing to do with this is to donate it. It was a good brand. I got it from a natural fiber store, and cutting it up seems like it could be a waste and a little risky. So it's one of the few things I'm probably going to donate. Right, Malin? Oh, I've done that, so done that. Work stuff. Oh yeah. And then you keep it because you're like, what if I get a job that it might require these things again? You don't want to buy those again, right? All right, so this Halloween shirt, do you guys remember when I made things with this Halloween print? I love this fabric. It's probably a Heidi Kenny spoonflower print. I don't wear it. I'm too embarrassed to wear this. I am really not that holiday oriented. I even have a Christmas one, and I just like, it's a little too much, I have to admit, and I don't know what to do with this. This is something, the fabric is practically brand new. I didn't even knit it. I mean, hem it. So this one, I feel like I could hem this and donate. It's in really great condition, and that might be the most responsible thing to do. Since it's a knit, I don't really feel like I can scrap this and use it for much else because it's so specific. So I might hem that, and so we need to hem this and donate that as well. Where's my donate pile? I don't have one yet. All right. Oh, this one is here. Ooh. I don't know why, but I feel there were people here, and I think that's why I'm all keyed up. Okay, here's another one. I bought this, and I really like the little eyelet trim here, and I was thinking, you know what, I'm going to part this out. This is just, it's just really long. I could shorten it, but it does that weird thing at my lower back. That is my trouble spot. It does have some, you know, princess seams that I don't even know if they're actually doing any shaping. They may just be there for show. I'm not sure. This is another one. I do feel like the best thing to do would be to donate it. It's practically brand new, but I want this, you know. But then would I actually use it? Is it enough to use on something? Yeah, you think so, right? I think so too. So, and now's the time. So this is another one. I really have very few things I'm going to donate, but they're kind of at the top of the pile here. This skirt, all right. This actually was from a neighbor. She gave it to me. And here's the problem with this. It has these dangly things along the hem. See them? They're not supposed to dangle that much, I don't think, but they are everywhere. Like they hit things. You can hear me coming. They'll hit things like, oh, you can't even hear it. But like on certain like of the metal legs of the tables, my assistant could hear me. It's on the details of the skirt too. See that? They really embellished it. But wouldn't it be cute? Like what if you took this, cut it apart, and made like, put this along the band of like a, you know, like a not a camisole, but like the Reynolds top that I just made by Helen's Closet. I think that'd be kind of cute, you know, if you could find something like that. So this one I'm kind of torn on. Should I donate it or should I part it out? And I love, look at the turquoise top stitching. Do I wear this? It doesn't really fit me anymore. It might fit really up high. I don't have the shirt that I used to wear with this anymore. It just fell apart finally. I used it to the heck. So I'm gonna think about this. It's lined too. See, some of these things are in good enough condition that I feel like it might be better to donate. All right, this one we're going to create pockets for. Oh yeah, I could, Ray, that's true. Maybe I should just fit that. You're right, maybe I should just fit that. So it's one of those things, like I have a lot of, I don't wear a lot of sleeveless garments, but I have enough of them. Do I take the time to fit that and then I'll wear it more? I do like the idea of that. It's really wide at the top too. I might think about that. I have my dress form. It would make it kind of easy to do too. Easy, right? So this one is the Rita shirt dress. I still get people watching this video. I love this dress. It looks terrible right now because it's not ironed. If you're thinking about making this or you have it, I highly recommend it. It is such a nice garment to wear. It's got the draw cord waist. I didn't really think this style would be very flattering on me, and I don't care. It looks great on me, and I actually don't care because it's so comfortable. I love it, but there's no hand pockets. and it drives me crazy. Now this is the only scrap I have. This was a needle sharp box, and it was the only box that I felt like I really cut it close on the fabric. Usually the fabric is quite generous. And look at it, it's got neon flecks in it. Can you see? Can you even see them? Yeah, like see the pink. There's pink and lime green neon flecks in this chambray fabric. It's a little hard to tell. I love it. I don't really have enough to make pockets, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pocket with a facing, and I'll just use this as the pocket lining. So I'll show you how to do that. Are you, Malin? Yeah, I love this thing. It's really long too, and it has these really long side vents. Remember, this was the one time I was like, wait, how do I do a French seam, side seam with a vent? I didn't even think about that. So the reason I haven't just popped pockets into this is because they are French seams, and just like you, I'm kind of like, ugh, I don't want to have to take all that out. It's happening this week. This dress is going to be absolutely perfect once it has pockets. So we'll put this one just in case in, I have the fix it pile, and then I have my donate pile. All right, I have a couple bras here. I'm going to part these out. So this one's in a maybe. So we have a part out pile. Okay, this is a little threadbare. Look at how threadbare this jammy top is. It's probably from like Target. But I love this top. And I'm going to make a pattern out of this. So this is this week. We're going to try and make, ooh, we have a lot going on this week. Okay. So do you guys remember when I made my Caroline pajamas? So I have a Caroline pajama top here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, you know what? I put it back in my thing. I'll show it to you. So I decided that this pile was so huge, I really needed to just go through, and I really quickly went through it. And because there were a couple things I was like, I don't know how those fit me anymore. And this is one, like, I never wear this. If you have found me via my Caroline pajama video, this is the top. So this top, it's great. It fits me really nice. I really like it. I just don't wear this. I would never wear this to bed. It's too much. But I tried it on today and I was like, this is a nice jammy top. And now that I have some camisoles that aren't too tight, or some pajama tops, maybe what I'll do is wear this over it. The thing is, when I get home, a lot of times I put on my pajamas because I don't really want to go from street wear, like daytime wear, to lounge wear, then my pajamas, because I don't really want 3 sets of clothes for the day. So I don't really like walking around the house looking like I'm wearing pajamas. But I really like the way this turned out, and I would hate to do anything to it, you know? Look at that. I bound. Oh, no, I didn't. Did I bind this? Oh, no, I just clean finished the facing. No, it just turned out really nice. I really like this one. It looks really cute. If the pants are this fabric right here, this little floral. I love the pants. You did? Yeah. It's probably still in my, it's definitely still in my top 10 videos viewed of all times. Yeah, the baseball. Yeah, this one right here, Allison. Yeah, so then I decided, so I'm keeping this. Then I decided I really wanted to take the Caroline pajama and make a knit top. And then I used the exact same print. This is a spoonflower fabric, and I print pajama bottoms on a poplin. So it was the perfect mix because I wasn't wearing that shirt. This is why I did this. I was like, all right, I like this. I want a knit shirt version and a woven bottom, and that's what I did. So here's the problem with this. You might have trouble seeing it. So remember when I ordered this, I originally ordered, for some reason, I didn't like, it just didn't save the amount I wanted to order fabric quantity-wise. And so I shorted myself, so I had to order another yard. So can you see the difference between my sleeves and the collar facing here versus the body? the fabric has worn very differently. I almost want to tell Spoonflower about this. I literally ordered these things within a month of each other. Never had this happen before. So weird. And the shirt overall is a little too short for me, and I don't know what to do with it. I love how it feels. I like how it wears. It's just too short. I don't like how it fits. It kind of rides up. And the fact that the fabric is failing is so sad, you know? Yeah. And I made another one with the moths, and that one's okay. That one I made a little longer. This is me thinking I know better on a length of something and finding out that the pattern company knew better than me. Hi, Terry. No, it doesn't, Terry. Yeah, they looked exactly the same, Barbara. No, they looked exactly the same. I would never have known what I used for what, except the pocket, only the body is in the faded stuff. You really notice it when I kind of point it out. Like, look at the pocket. So it's just like so weird. I've never had that problem. Yeah, so I did show how to do this. So basically, you know, I took the collar off, right? And I just made the center front. You can see it, right? I made the center front without the collar, and then I made this facing a separate piece. So that's what I did. And I love that baseball kind of look. Hi, Nicola. How's it going? Or maybe it's Nicola. Nice. Tidying up the sewing room. And hello from Scotland. Hello from California. We usually have Derek here from Scotland telling us the weather every time. And look, she does too. I love it. I'm assuming she, sorry. Okay, so yeah, I just don't know what to do with this, you guys. I would at least take the buttons off. And I mean, I don't know. I just don't know even. I might be able to lengthen it, but I think that would be kind of weird. I could maybe take out the hem, but the problem is my facing would be shorter. So this is a mystery one right here. I don't really know what to do with this. It's been a problem for me for a bit. All right, this is the shirt my mom gave me. It didn't fit her or something. But look at the sleeves. They got really fuzzy and icky. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to make a sleeping camisole. I'm going to cut the sleeves off. And I'm going to make a sleeping camisole from this. So where's my parting out or changing sewing wise? Right here. All right. I have a few of these. There is another one. I have a big pile, you guys. So I think, here's the other one. This was a skirt I used to make all the time. If I found a really cute quilting cotton and I wanted a skirt out of it, this is what I would, or a garment, this is what I would do. Yeah, it's the, yeah, Elena, that it is there. Hi, Megan, how's it going? You are obsessed with her. Hey, Libby. Right, Libby? Yeah, so Elena, if you look back in the Caroline pajama, if you search that in my videos, if you don't find it, I will. Smock it with stretch from the underbust down. Oh, which one are you talking about, Penelope? And hello. Hello, Florentine. The blue and light blue piece. I don't know which one. Octopi! Yeah, isn't this fabric great? Okay, so this is what I used to do. The PJ tops say, don't care and wear it just the way it is. Yeah, it's just too short. It's still too short. Always discussing. I think most people are. So what I used to do, I used to call this my 1 yard bias skirt. And so I could take a yard of fabric and cut it on the bias, same front, same back. And it looks really cute. It's actually really flattering. It's got a little bit of stretch. Look at that. You can cut it really close. Not a whole lot of elastic. And it would be just like kind of a smooth fitting little skirt that I could wear. And the reason that part of the reason I don't wear a lot of skirts here is because I can't really wear shorts under skirts as effectively. They just would show through, my skirt would ride up and get hung up on the fabric. And I like to wear shorts under, I don't like bare legs. I don't like my thighs touching at all. So yeah, so that's one reason I don't wear it. And they're also pretty colorful. You have to have like the right shirt to wear with these, and I don't have the shirt that I used to wear with this. So this I'm going to turn into fabric. And same with this. This is the Alexander Henry. Such a cute print. Same thing. And I would just use a binding hem. This is one pattern I would just love to release. You can't fit every size within a yard, but you can also do things where I would sometimes piece together a corner. It was great. The flowered shirt I had a minute ago. The blue and light blue. Are you thinking about this print here? This fabric is really amazing. It's a yarn dye with a print on it. I got that at Josephine Dry Goods in Portland. So these two, I'm going to sadly part these out. All right, so this one here was a gift from my husband. We have traveled a lot. He travels a lot for work. Sometimes me and my daughter, or just me, would tag along. I've gotten to go some really great places so far. And I usually try and pick up a kind of a unique souvenir. And it's usually something that's local, art, or wearable. And this is one. This was knit at a place. This is from Belgium. And he picked this out without me there. And I really love the fact that it is, knit. It's machine knit, obviously. But the fact that it is local and it was made by like an indie designer. But the thing is, the thing fits so weird. It's the weirdest. It's always been like this. And remember, I'm like probably 30 pounds heavier than I was at the time he bought this. So then it was even huger. There's a possible thing. So it has this front zipper. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is the other thing. It's got a two-way zipper. Look at this. Okay, we'll just leave that, because that is one style way to do it. All right, and it has this, sorry, my microphone's right there. I'll put it right there. Hopefully you can still hear me good. So it has this weird under flap right here, and so I could tether it there. You could let it flop open like this. But the sleeves, this is not, I can't handle this. I can't handle that. I can't handle it. And so if I roll it up, it doesn't stay, obviously. But you can tell that maybe it was meant to, because see how these are purl and these are knit. There's like a division right here. But the thing is, like, I just love the idea that it supported somebody. Oh, and the collar. Check out the collar. It kind of stops. And then you could do this, right? I could unzip it all the way up like this and kind of have this look. I don't mind the bottom part, even though it's still kind of sloppy. It's this whole area up here is so weird. Oh, it is just, I can't do it. Oh, now I'm probably stuck wearing it. It just is really unflattering and too frumpy for me. So this, I think I would, oh, there we go. That's why I couldn't get it done. I think that I'm going to cut up. I don't know what I'm going to make with it, but I think I'm going to cut it up. It wasn't cheap either. Let's see the brand. Sandwich. See, that seems like, anyway. Hi, Sydney. Hello, hello. Work is insane. The one you put on right before the red flowers here, smock it from the underbust down with elastic thread so it's fitted in with, Red flowered skirt. I feel like This is the red flowered skirt. I'm trying to keep up. Sorry, Penelope. Yeah, this I think I will make into fabric. What if I made a scout tee? What if I made a scout tee and I could even leave the zipper there, right? Leave it zipped up and then cut a scout tee. I could probably get the sleeve out of this shirt. I'm sorry, Penelope. Oh, are you talking about this one here? Oof. I'm definitely gonna do something with that. Yeah, I think so. I think scout tee maybe. Wouldn't that be fun? Or I also don't want to start buying patterns in order to refashion some of these things. Poor Penelope's like, oh my gosh, lady. Oh, red flower shirt. The one you put on the right, the red flowered shirt. Are you talking about this one here? I don't see a red flowered shirt. I'm sorry. Red flowers on your right hand side. This. This is the only thing that kind of had red flowers. Smock this. Okay, the one you put on the right, the red flowers, smock from the underbust. This is a skirt right here. But are you talking about when I was saying, oh, maybe I could, I'm sorry. You know, the problem with it is that there's this huge delay between what I'm doing and your comments. So it's not your fault. It's really frustrating for you guys. It's got to be. I feel it. I'm sorry. Yeah, like this one, like doing the, maybe, here, okay. All right, so this one here, this one looks vintage and it's not. Oh, this one here? It's knit. I don't know if that, you can tell. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're on the same page now. Got it. All right, so this one here looks vintage. It's not. It's actually, I think, from the Limited. I got it secondhand. A lot of my clothes I used to get secondhand. I don't see where the label is. Maybe there isn't one anymore. It looks vintage. It's not, but it is a really cool fabric. This one I actually think I'm going to... It's no fun. No. We got it sorted, you guys. I think this one, I want this fabric. This is another one. I have all these really crazy fabrics and it just really takes a lot of different shirts to be able to wear these. And what happens is the easiest shirt to have is like to find like a solid black something or whatever to go with this is knit. And I don't wear a lot of t-shirts with my stuff, you know what I mean? So I'm not against it. It's just not my style. And so that kind of became a struggle. Look at all these crazy skirts I have. This one has a good story though. So this one I want the fabric from because I think this would be really cute. It looks almost Halloweenish, doesn't it? All right, so this one, parting that out. All right, this fabric my husband bought for me on one of his trips. And it is Marimekko, I think. I can't remember. So, oh, it got bleach on it. I tried to utilize all of it. It's got a side zip, one of my first invisible zippers. Let's see how good I did because these were kind of a struggle for me. Oof, not very good. And it has this like asymmetry here at the skirt. We really see the stripes on camera. That is so interesting. It's not on the bias. This is the straight. Wait, is it on the bias? Oh, my bad. this would have been the fabric like this. So it's a little sentimental, and I think this one I'm going to steal the fabric from and use it for something someday. I can't remember where he was. It might have been Ireland or Scotland. No, because he never went there without me before I went there. He would probably remember. You know, it actually might be Switzerland. I'm just like tossing those international names out there. He's a salesperson, so he travels a lot. And he loves traveling. Like, he's never had a job where he travels too. Well, there was one year where he traveled something like, he was gone 65 days or 90 days. That was too much because I had a small child then. All right, so y'all know my knit print fabric. It's the only fabric I really can claim that I had success with. This is it. This is the swatch that created the knit print, which is, do I have any of it? I must have some of it here. Well, I have a mouse pad you can see. Y'all know it. I'm sure y'all are sick of it. So there's my knit print. And it looks better. It always looks better in person. It never looks good on these cameras. So I'm going to make this into a pillow. I have a pillow form. I'm going to find some fabric for the back. Bam! It's a pillow. It's been kicking around my studio for years. Like, years. So that's my plan with that. Finally get it out. You like these skirts? Yeah, the skirts are, I mean, I loved wearing skirts. These were really great living in where I used to live. I lived somewhere really cold and rainy. And I don't know why, I could handle wearing a skirt there and a cardigan. And then I would wear like a knit top underneath the cardigan. Most sweaters are solid. So I felt like I could find things to wear with these skirts more often, but like this is pretty hard. It's pretty hard to find stuff to go with all of these and not look like you're wearing the same uniform every day, you know? So I think that's just, I just don't like wearing skirts here. I've been trying again lately, but I like those culottes, the Tanya culottes. Those are great because they're culottes. I don't think I think I have enough to turn them into shorts because you have that extension for the inseam. So I don't think I could. He would buy like a meter or a yard. It's very, very, very small amount. This I think I actually made for the student show that I used to do. And I have another skirt. Wait till you see that one. All right, now this thing, all right, I don't want to offend anybody, but there's this trend in the area here, the way that a lot of the stores buy things that the clothes are, it's just a really weird, oversized, super expensive shirts. And I just was like, I don't get it. They look terrible on me. And this was one, I refashioned this. You guys remember 2 years ago, I did a refashioning stream and I refashioned this so that it fit. Now it's just too small. So this is another one. I think I could make this, like take the top, all of this, and make a yoke for a scout tee, and then maybe make the bottom something else, or maybe the Reynolds top, or, you know, you could even, I could maybe even make a willow tank by just cutting off, right? And then I'd have a tank top. That'd be kind of cute. So I'm going to cut this up. The bias skirt pattern. The problem is the number of sizes. I really want to make sure I have a lot of sizes. And what'll happen is that I'll end up having to create a bunch of size charts, and I'll end up spending so much time because I want to do it right anytime I do stuff like that. That's my problem. I always want to do stuff right. I know it's not a problem, but it just ends up, oh, I miss having an assistant. All right, so this fabric is a linen knit If you ever see linen knits, grab them. They are really lovely. You really can't see it in the camera, but you can see that. Look how sheer they are. They're very lightweight, very drapey. They're not very easy to find, but they will stretch and stretch and stretch. And that's what happened to this. I made this and it is, look at how huge that neckline is and these armholes. So I think I'm going to turn this into fabric, and then that way I can make something else with it, because look at how much I have here. So this is just going to become fabric. Parting out. All right, these tops right here, there's a third one. There's a third one right here. This was a little pattern I used to sew for myself, and it's just seen, these have just seen their day. Art Gallery makes a nice lightweight fabric instead of a heavier quilting cotton, so you can use it to make garments, which I really like. I love these little delicate prints like this. This was another Art Gallery. All of these I'm pretty sure are Art Gallery. This is a reminder that I really loved this pattern. So it has this little yoke collar. Like, it's very wrinkled. And then it's raglan, and it just releases, and it's nice. I like wearing woven tops, not knit. And this was a way to do that, but still be kind of loose and flowy. These have an elastic bottom. You know, it kind of gives you some structure. This is my reminder. I really love this pattern. I really want it again. It's going in the pattern pile. What did this is my problem one, right? Okay. Oh, I could. That's a good idea, Aisha. I could do that. Yeah, the bias cut skirt is awesome, because I feel like all of us as sewists, especially if you came about in sewing garments during a time when there wasn't a lot of garment fabrics at the local fabric store, you were relegated to using quilting cotton. Or the other side of that is you go into the fabric store and they're so cute. A lot of the quilting cottons are so cute and so like lively, and there's lots of great prints, and all the designers are designing for quilting cotton, and you want it for a garment, but it doesn't work. And that was my way of being able to get it out of my system. I'd see a cute fabric. I had tons of those, by the way. I parted out the others. All right, this was a prototype for another blouse I made, and it's a Liberty of London imitation print. So it's like a lawn, very busy. But yeah, exactly, Penelope. Yeah, exactly. And obviously my aesthetic has changed a lot, where I'm not wearing a lot of these really bold. Am I really going to say that? And then you're all going to be like, yeah, remember that other thing you made? I do wear things that are a lot more toned down now because they're more versatile. So the problem with this one is the collar. The collar wasn't drafted quite right. So I'm gonna fix the collar on this so I can wear this little, oops, sorry. I forget you guys are right there. You love the knit print? That's awesome. Did you guys see that Shutterfly bought Spoon Flower? That's nuts. Yeah, so my collar is too big. Oh, sorry. It's those buttons keep touching it. This isn't ironed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the collar. I'm going to fix it because it's just too gigantic. All right, we're going to fix that. I love that print. It won't probably work on camera very often to wear it, but I like it. All right, so here's this is one of the only makes I've made live on camera that I've never left the studio. I love this. This is the dress I'm wearing right now, actually. It is the Colette, I think it's the Dahlia dress. If you go and look at that pattern, though, you're not going to recognize it because mostly you always see it with the sleeves. I've never made it with the sleeves. I've only made it with the sleeveless version. I love it. It has full coverage. It's flattering. Colette typically comes in a lot of sizes. You can see on the face cam, the colors are really pretty. I worked really hard to position the fabric repeat so that the bodice went up and then it went back down to the hem. I love how this turned out, and I can't get it on. I made the exact same size I've made. This is my 4th one. I've made 4 of these, and I can't get it on. I cannot get it zipped. Look at the binding, beautiful. I did a great job. Fully lined bodice. Look at that. French seam waist. Even the zipper works pretty good. I can't get it on. It's time. I have to either sell this dress or fix it. Or donate it. I'd probably just donate it. But I love it. And it's just, I don't know what happened. I don't know if my seam allowance I used was too big or what. Yeah, but it's so pretty. This is an art gallery fabric. I've used it in the pink and maroon, and I made the Cali shirt dress. Cali shirt. What's that called? Cali shirt by Closet Core. That one also didn't work, but that silhouette just looks terrible on me in general. So I feel like it's this fabric print that's kind of cursed. So I want to fix it. What? Sell it? I don't know how to sell clothes. But I do have a couple things here I feel like I might be able to sell, because I have a couple of brands that are out. They're not being made anymore. All right, so this one probably needs some context. So do any of you know Oilily? It's a brand that started out for children, and then women were trying to fit themselves into the largest sizes. So then they started making a women's brand as well. And it was very boldly colored, lots of knitwear. In fact, this is Oilily right here. But this is a little crop sweater, and it has a little stain right here, or right there too. And I just can't let it go. This went with a dress that was amazing. Hi, Jessica. Same problem with the Cali shirt. Yeah, that thing looks terrible on me. Mercury app. Mercury. Okay, I'll think about that. I don't really want the money. I just want it, just to go to a good home. Yeah, this floral print is pretty amazing. I wore the skirt for years and years and years and years, and I'm just kind of like ready to give it a new home or make it move on. It's a wrap skirt, so see, a fake wrap skirt like that. And it's long. Yeah, so this is, an Oilily, and I don't know if the tag is still in there though, so maybe, no, it's still in there. It's spelled Oilily. Oh, there you go, I can see it better there. Yeah, from Holland. And this was, wasn't a cheap brand, but my experience with it was that I used to work somewhere in the children's wear industry, and my boss was really into high-end children's wear brands. And he was a really interesting guy. And I used to have to go and shop samples for him. It was one of the things I did as a sample line coordinator and assistant designer there. And so I loved the Oilily brand. And we would also sometimes go to Vegas because they had some European clothing stores there. We'd go to Rodeo Drive. I think it sounds really glamorous, but I really didn't enjoy it very much. But what I got to do was I would ask, well, can I buy it in, because there was a lot of the children's things were available in women's, and I would say, can we buy that in my size, and then I'll buy it at the end when you don't use it? Because he would buy samples for like color inspiration or whatever just to have. And so those would end up being my bonuses. I would get some of the Oil Lily samples. So this one right here, I actually bought myself this skirt right here. It's silk and it has this really cool lining. Look at this little slip. Isn't that pretty? This just doesn't fit me. What is this called? Is it Cruel? I'm not sure. I just can't bear to get rid of it. I love it. I don't wear it. It's so specific. I ended up doing this on, I didn't, but my friend sewed my wedding dress and she did this little pleated edge on the hem of the slip of my wedding dress. All right. Yeah, don't you think I could make a spark, maybe it's not stream, but it's sparked joy. Yes, I guess they did spark joy. A lot of these do, and that's why I haven't gotten rid of them. I like them. Like this right here represents when I got a good job somewhere and I got to buy myself something I wanted, and so I went to Oil Lily store. Yeah, right, Penelope, I know. We just go through these phases, but I think it's really great if you can be responsible about it. Just donating stuff is nice on one hand, but on the other hand, if it has like issues and it doesn't fit you very well because of something you did wrong sewing, or maybe it's just a funky pattern, I don't feel really that responsible donating something that might be bad, you know? So like these two things, I could probably sell them only because they actually have an Oil Lily name. But at the same time, like I could cut them up and then use them for me. What could I make out of this? Would I wear this now? This looks dated now to me. Is it dated? I can't tell. I can never tell things like that. You know? Oh, and then I copied this pattern and I made this out of the silk. This was a long time ago, you guys. But yeah, this is the same skirt. See? I don't think I lined, I did line it. Look at that, I lined it. Oh, look at this lining. It's got like a print. This is baby Sarah me sewing. I didn't do too bad. I guess I do have old things I sew. Let's check it out. Let's see how baby Sarah me did. Oh man, I'm a little nervous. It's not ironed, but not too bad. I had a serger. Look at this. I used the selvage here and I serged one side seam. Cheat. What a cheat. A short tank dress. Oh, I could do the, maybe the willow tank. No. What do I have? What do I have, you guys? Okay, a Spencer jacket. That sounds kind of familiar. Skirt or short tank dress. It's so much fabric. Yeah, see, I feel like I just don't think I can donate it. It has a belt loops too, which I never used. I can't remember what I used to wear this with. I had so many. I still have a lot of my Oil Lily sweaters. That's what I really loved about them, was their sweaters. Yeah, so I'm not a big brand person, but I really love them. It's kind of a nostalgic thing. So I feel like both of these I would probably use the fabric from. Let's put them over here. Shall we? And this one, I love the idea of a little jacket. That could be very interesting. It's not very big around. See that? This is it. You know? It'd be kind of a close-fitting jacket unless maybe I did a coffin-style jacket where the back didn't have this. Shorts. I wonder if I could do culottes with this. Now culottes with this would be, what if I could do culottes? What's the other, not the Tanya's, but the other one? Yeah, I think you guys are right, culottes. Because I would wear that. You don't think that'd be too bright, you guys? Oh, that'd be kind of crazy. I feel like right now that would be, why don't I think I can pull that off now? All right. Let's look at their invisible zipper. I love inspecting things. Look at that. It was already starting to bust out of this. 100% silk and 100% polyester. Sleeveless top. Yeah, I know. I was thinking, like, what about a Reynolds top, you know? I even held it up to myself in the mirror. Could I do that with, like, little tank straps? I don't know. The olive green is pretty distinctive. I feel like it's more of a fall-winter palette. So maybe making something sleeveless wouldn't be a good touch. Look at the waistband is velvet ribbon. Isn't that nice? It was really comfortable. I loved that. I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, the lining is pretty amazing. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Even just saving this. I feel like it's a kind of a crime to cut this up unless I know for sure. I'm gonna think about it though because I want it. All right, these right here were the lakeside pajamas. I have kind of a sad story about these. Do you guys know the graphic artist Kira Doodles? This was what she was known for. She did these adorable little simple drawings of critters of all kinds. Not very briefly, but for a time she was on Spoonflower. She probably was having a lot of people steal her stuff, so she probably stopped selling on there. I'm not sure. She sadly she died this year. She was very young, and I didn't know her personally, but I definitely shed a tear for her because no one really knew she was sick. Super talented. Her Instagram account is freaking adorable. She had this little ghost she always was drawing, but she was who I discovered Copic markers from. So all these were drawn with Copic markers, but she would draw things and they were so simple. She'd just do one little, and it just had so much character. I don't know. So I hate these, but I love the fabric. I love sea otter. My husband loves sea otters. So I think that I'm going to keep the fabric. I'm going to cut these up. So the lakeside pajamas have this big, like overlapped back, and I just hated wearing these as pajamas. I thought they was just not my style. They look really cute on some folks. They looked cute on, but they were super low rise. Look at how wide these are. At the time when I was 20 pounds lighter, this is how low rise these are. They're like really low. And I was like, oh, I can't do that. I can't walk around the house in these really short. It just felt weird, like it wasn't very comfortable. So I'm going to keep the fabric from these because I'm just so sad that she passed away this year, and I'm not going to get rid of that fabric, you know? So, all right. And her name was Kira Doodles, if you want to check out her stuff. So cute. Okay, so do you guys remember when I made this? What is this? This isn't the Thea Rochelle Raglan. It's not the, is this the Amy Louise shift by Ellen Mason, by Audacier? So I really like her style and I like her patterns, but her sleeves do not fit me. There's no ease in this sleeve. Look, you can even see it sitting here. I don't know if you can see it if it's sitting, because it's so busy. But just look at it sitting here. This is the armhole right here. And there's nothing. It's just straight. So I was a little concerned when I sewed it. I think I showed that a little bit in the live stream, but I was trying to be cool. It just doesn't work. So what happens is when I wear this, the garment goes up and up and up and it sits above my shoulders. You know? Oh, cool, Allison. You mean the lakeside pajamas? Yeah. They are really fun to sew. They just don't work for me. Yeah, Lakeside Pajamas by Grainline Studio. I never streamed that. That was way before I streamed when I made those. But so anyway, I think this one I'm going to chop off these armholes. And I'm going to try and utilize it. So look, there's a casing right here for a belt. Ooh, look at my camera hates this fabric. Did you see it? Oh, it hates this fabric. That's why you don't do stripes on camera, people. It also has cutaway pockets right here, which I love because then your pocket stays to the front of the garment. You really can't see a whole lot of the detail. This is a terrible fabric that I used on stream. You think, Penelope? I wear a lot of very shaped garments. What's been boxy? Just that sweater, but I didn't buy that. See, so here's what it looks like inside out. It has this little yoke around the neckline. Oh, also double gauze. So this is my idea. I'm going to cut the sleeves off of this, and I'm going to make it a sleeveless garment first. The darts also come all the way to the front of my bust. To be. And if I have to, I'll shorten it as well. Because this was not long enough to be a dress. Hey, Lynn, how's it going? Ooh, nice. Salmon for lunch. Yeah, so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this one up. All right, this one. Anyone heard of Cabby? Cabby's this really interesting way of selling clothes, but they have an amazing pattern drafter. So if you ever know someone who sells Cabby and you have a little bit of disposable income, because it's not cheap, I highly recommend going to one of the what is it? It's like a sales pitch, but it's usually in someone's home and there's good food. And then they show the whole line of clothing, and then they let you try on everything. There's multiple sizes of everything, and then you order it, and you get it pretty quickly. But it's always very high quality. Like I said, pattern drafting is very good, and they even talk about the pattern drafting in the sales pitch, which you never hear. I have had a lot of Cabby garments. In fact, when I moved here, I actually looked for a Cabby rep. And it stands for Carol Anderson by Invitation, C-A-B-I. She's going to your cribbage though. Oh, here you go. This is what it looks like. Capital C, capital A, and then a B and an I. All right, so this skirt, here's the problem. See, I say all that about it, but this fabric here does not weather well. It's ripping away from the embroidery all along the upper waist here. I've patched it in places. See, here's another one. It's always this one here. This one I tried patching. It's still ripped. Here's another one. See? Embroidery is like perforating fabric. But this fabric is really cool. It's been printed, and then they screen printed on top of it. So the blue and yellow is actually screen printed on top of the printing. So I think I'm going to just cut this apart. I don't feel comfortable donating it. And then I have the fabric. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. I'm gonna part this out. Where's my part out pile? This is my part out pile. Except you guys, I'm going to, I'm reworking. I've never played cribbage. All right, so this is a really bright dress. My husband bought this fabric as well. I will admit, it just was never quite my style, the fabric. So I tried to make one of my colorful skirts. I copied this pattern right here. I liked this silhouette of this skirt. It has the wide yoke, so it's, see, and this is the thing, like you say I like boxy things, but I don't. I actually like things that are fitted and then maybe relax, and this is a good example. Like I like that there's a yoke to this waist, gives a little structure, but then it releases and it kind of is relaxed. It's a good mix of things, you know. But I copied it. Here it is. Here's the pattern. And I don't wear this, and I think it's pretty obvious why. It's just like the fabric is just, it's really bright. Do you guys recognize this fabric? Is this Amy Butler or Tina Givens or Anne Maria Horner? Anyone know? The way these leaves are kind of reminds me of that, and if it is, I won't feel so bad, but he got this on one of his trips. Anyone know? I know there's some really amazing fabric spotters out there. I'm not one of them. Doesn't it look like I did it upside down too? I probably did. Yeah, so that I think I would either donate or part out. It's donatable. Kay Facet, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Amy Butler, but I was thinking, I don't get them confused, but they were both in the same category when my rep would come and show me fabric. So I thought Amy Butler for some reason. Hi, Nicole. Right? Is it a Kay Facet, you think? I feel like it is, and so I don't feel so bad about it. Since it's not as sentimental. Look at this, I used a Dupioni waistband. And then I wanted this embroidery look. So instead I did this. I was trying to be clever. Okay, I think you guys are right. I think I'm going to donate this. The Baby Ceremony did not do this zipper very well either. It works at least. All right, so we're going to donate that. Okay, so that leaves me two more. You think so too? Okay, you guys. Okay, I feel a lot better about letting that go. I love it when my husband buys me things like that. Like, I think that shows so much interest and care in your partner when you try to buy them something in their genre of interest, even if you may miss the mark. I just, like, for me, like, that thought that he's sitting there in a fabric store somewhere going, I don't know, how much should I get? And what do I think that she would like? That means a lot to me. And so I'm not a very sentimental person, but something like that, when I know it was someone, I don't know, putting that kind of effort forward really means a lot to me. So, hi, Angela. Awesome, Terry. Thank you. Hi, Jessica. I think there's a couple Jessicas here today and a couple Penelopes. There's a Penny and a Penelope. Okay, what did Nicole say? You hate it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw that. All right, so this is a very unique, very, very unique skirt. I don't know how I would decide to do anything. So here's the story. You guys all know I mentored the high school kids for their annual fashion thing. My very first year with them. And so at the very end, they do this major fashion show. 350 people come from the community and watch it. It's a really big event. They put on a strictly professional fashion show like you would see somewhere. And they have to find models. Usually, it can be anybody, but it's usually their classmates and things. They have to create 3 looks that walk down the runway. Most of them do up to about 5. And they don't have to sew it themselves. They can get help. They are the designer. That is what that means. But they have to have these 3 looks walk down the runway. And then they do this huge fashion show. It's a really big deal. They have professional makeup artists come in. They have a photographer do a whole thing. And I am there to get them to that day. And then a few of the years I had a fellow teacher, which was awesome and essential, that helped us get these students to the day of the show. I did it for 5 years. I loved it. I learned how to write grants because of it. It really sparked a lot of inspiration and creativity for me. They gave me a lot of that, and I adored it. I'm still friends with some of them. So they name their line, their group, right? We all, you know, when you're a designer, you name your line. And these are all the names of their lines from that year. Lucent was the name of the show that year. Each show had a theme, but you didn't have to follow the theme for your designs. It was just the name of the show that year. So that year it was Lucent. And then these are all the names of their collections. And back then, this was a while ago, they didn't have like the most sophisticated stuff to make your own fabric. So this is all heat transfer. See? You can't see, like when you're looking at it on me, like this one shows, that's what I'm showing you. So I created all these in the computer. I printed them out. And then you saw this silhouette of this skirt a few times tonight. And I did this asymmetrical skirt. I did this lining with the contrast slip that's actually attached here. I did this literally the day of, like, that's because how much I'm helping them. And they're like calling me and stopping by my house in an absolute panic, bawling because the machine ate their dress, whatever. So I didn't really have a whole lot of time for my own thing, and it wasn't mandatory. So this is what I wore to the show, and I couldn't iron it. See, look, I think I tried to iron this one, and it got messed up there. So oh, Ray, thanks. Thank you. Wait, my husband bought me a life-size skull. He hasn't quite got it yet. Oh. That sounds like a good story. See ya, Barbara! So anyway, it was really awesome when they started realizing what my skirt said. It was really cool to see the looks on their faces because, you know, they were very reluctant at first with me. Only a few of them really truly like relaxed around me and let me help them. And I never told them what they could and couldn't do. I'd go to the mat for them against their parents and whatever, if their parents were like, this is, you know, to this, to that, whatever. I usually just said, you know, the model needs to feel comfortable going down the runway. If your model doesn't feel comfortable going down the runway, it's a no-go. That was it. Find another model, alter the design. That was really my only rule with them because we are talking about kids that were under 18 and also things last forever, you know? So, hi Nancy, how's it going? So I really did enable them to create things that allowed their own expression. And that whole umbrella organization that they were under the Arts Institute inside the high school was all about that. And these were kids that just didn't really fit into a lot of the educational model. So this was such a great outlet. They taught these classes, like they taught English in their Arts Institute using art and stuff. So it was pretty neat. I'm very much briefly explaining their whole thing. But they were still in a public high school and integrated with the public high school. It wasn't separate. So it was just a really cool program. I really loved it. And I don't wear the skirt is just so like, why would I wear this? You know what I mean? It doesn't fit me now. But I think like this is one of those things like I can't get rid of. I don't know what to do with. Do I hang it on the wall? Look at how bad I sewed the zipper in. Oh, it's not bad. It's not too bad. It looks a little funky here. Oh, look at that. That's not bad. Oh, look, I caught the lining. Can you see that? I did pretty good, and then I probably was like, oh, well, I got to get it on and get out the door. You can't even see it, but yeah, see? Oh, there you go. Flying cow toy. An ugly face. I don't know what to say. You think, Jessica? I don't know. Maybe I will. I just don't have a lot of wall space either. I don't remember a lot of these kids from this first one, but I remember that year. Make it the bag of my knit pillow. That's an idea. What'd I do with that? I don't know. Do you think that that would actually work though? It needs to be washable. Maybe that, like a wall hanging is an interesting idea. Look at the tulle. I actually love the idea of this, you know, slip, you know. And it would kind of peek out. But it had this, the slit kind of went up a little bit high, not that high for me. Yeah. All right, well that's pretty much like, this is my last one. Oh, this is a pattern. I don't like the fabric, but I love the pattern and I want to copy it. It's got a big knot in the front here. It looks really flattering. My husband and daughter love this dress on me. I am like, I don't like the fabric, but I really want to figure it out. Look at how bad, look at this. We worry about how things look ready to wear. Look at this thing. It's pretty, look at that. Look at, it's like cut fabric. But this is like a little thing holding it all together. So one of these days when I go to figure it out, I'm gonna have to be really careful taking this apart. Wow, Lynn, that's amazing. So this is a pattern I want to copy. Okay, this is an Amelia dress. I wear a lot of these. It's bias cut. I made it out of Liberty and it's just too lightweight. That's my only thing. It's out of a Liberty lawn, so I have trouble getting rid of it. But it was too lightweight. It felt revealing. You know, so I don't know what to do with that either. Whole garment. This one I could probably donate. Maybe that's what I should do. It's Liberty. It would make a nice dress for somebody. Needs a little bit of ironing. They don't sell that pattern anymore. I think they disabled all their patterns. So we'll donate that. That's good. I'm glad I'm making that decision. This one I don't know what to do with. You go there. All right. What time is it? It's already 12:30. All right, so let's start cutting stuff up. I kind of want to cut this up the most. You know? Line it. It's so close. It's a bias cut dress. It's a bias cut dress, so there's not a whole lot of room. It's kind of body skimming. Right, Nancy? That's a good point. I'm really glad that really I only have 4 items I'm donating right now. Out of this pile of how many? Like 20 or 30? I also have this in the pile. This was one of my husband's absolute favorite shirts, and I want to do something with it. Look at the screen print's almost gone, but look at it. It's so threadbare. Look at the color. I kind of want to do something for him, but I don't know what to do with it. I still hold on to it. I don't even think he knows I have it. He doesn't get rid of things. Yeah, so this one right here, I'm going to hopefully change the dart. Hopefully I'm not going to have to change the side seam. I'm going to pull the dart to like here. And then let's just cut let's do it. I'm cutting the sleeve off right now. I'm going to start getting some of this stuff ready to go. We're going to start with all the stuff that I can put back into my closet, or at least get to a state. It's so funny, yeah, like when you know the fabric you've used sometimes, it is really hard to let it go. But at the same time, I'd much rather donate something that's on the nicer spectrum, you know? Boop. I have to do this inside out because the fabric hates the... With the sleeve fabrics, do pockets? This does have pockets. But yeah, you could. So, oh wait, princess seams in this blue one. This one here. I think I'm going to make it a tank because I don't have any more of this fabric at all. Has threadbare clothes like that he loves, and he's asked me to fix them. Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, that one there's nothing to fix. You're exactly. Right, Lynn? That's why I'm like, join me. You guys can be done with your pile by the end of the week. I feel like I'm channeling Walter. If some of you know Walter, he's really good at finishing a project before he starts another one. All right. I'm going to go get my dress form. Trixie. Her name this week is Trixie. Do you guys, have you ever seen this fabric before? Have you guys seen this stuff? Oh, it's a little bright or light for that. And it's very, very stretchy. Very, very stretchy. I got this for my daughter. She really wanted it from the fabric store, but then she never ended up letting me make her something in it. How is it attached? I mean, look at that. It's actually, you could use it going up or down. It's kind of incredible when you look at how it's been made. There's no seam. Wow. I've been using it on Trixie to give her a skirt. Okay, is this the, let's see if I can get it on her. Oh yeah, without the sleeves. So the shoulders on this do something funky. And maybe now, without the sleeves, they won't really do that. No, see, look, they still do something kind of funky. See, not every garment can be made sleeveless without making some adjustments, though, because, well, maybe that'll be okay. Because see, look at that. That's such a big armhole there. Let's see if we can do full screen. To me, the one who mended them. That's so funny. That's so cute, though. All right, wait, let's, there we go. Can you hear me? You're really good, Terry. Seems like it. Honestly, I think you are the best one for him to show that off to, because you're like, yeah, look at that. I did do pretty good. Yeah, so can you see how this is acting on my dress form? Story of my life, yo. This garment illustrates it really well. I have all these diagonal lines. You see them? I can try and pull this forward a little bit, but really it's just, that's what garments do on me. My hips tilt backwards so much. This dart, like, one weird thing about my bust is I've had a breast reduction, so my bust is really wide. And so this dart looks like it's okay here, but it really does come like really far forward on me. So I'm still learning where to place things on my bust, but right here, so I have this right here marked as my apex, and that is still pretty close. I would like it to be more like in the shadow of my boob here. So regarding this though, look at that. I have this little issue. Can I make it? It's just so loose right through here. Oof, that was a tough one. Maybe a couple of darts here. And then I think I would make it a tank top. I don't know, you guys. It's too short for a dress. That's one thing I learned about that pattern. That is too short for a dress. See, that see, Terry, you are. Exactly.